Okay, folks, we're going to take a look at how to use this spreadsheet to run groups within Google Classroom. Classroom has a rudimentary way of doing it. I'm not a very big fan of it. That's why I built this. This will take care of everything in the background. So let's get to work. This is actually going to be right off the link, so you probably won't see most of this as it's just a read only. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make a copy. Yes, we need the scripts copied with it because that's where the magic is going to happen. While we're waiting for that to load up, I already have a pre-made assignment ready to go inside Google Classroom. You could have assigned the different ones. Again, not the best way. I've got some information here. There's a few things you have to be wary of. First of all, you have to make sure that the students are indicating that they did some work somewhere because they're going to work inside the same file. And that file is going to be shared back out. So if you don't indicate, then you're digging through revision history, and that's just a waste of everyone's time. Secondly, I made a copy for everyone. So everyone gets a copy of the assignment, and it can only work within presentations, Google Docs, and Google Sheets. Again, you're welcome to put stuff into them, but you're only allowed to use a singular document with these. So I'm going to save that. Okay, back to our copy. Just going to shut down the original. Here is the copy all ready to go. We need some things. So first off, we need the classroom link. Do we really? Probably not. I'm just going to throw it in there just so I can jump into it quickly if I want to. I can get back into my classroom really fast. The real link that we really need is open that one up and that folder right there. These are the actual files that Google Classroom is using that's shared out to the students. So I'm going to take this link, copy it, go in here and paste, okay, just inside the folder. Since we haven't run this at all yet, we're going to go back to making group, and this doesn't matter really what you pick the very first time because we've got this authorization. This runs every time you make a copy. So all it's saying is, okay, this is my account. It will be your account, your school account, whatever you're running this on. And it's going to tell you all these horrible things that the script's going to do, but it's all linked inside your account. So nothing's leaving your domain. No one else is seeing what's going on. It's all inside your account. So we'll just allow that. So it didn't do anything. Let's run that again. So go off, go get me all the student files. I will warn you, give it about 2-3 minutes after making an assignment to run this because it takes a little while for Google to make all the copies. If you want to go ahead and you ran this and it didn't include everyone, so here's a list of everyone. If it's missing some students, you could just run this again and it will go off and pick up anyone it missed, especially if you've got a new student added in. You can bring them into this program without a problem. So we have no one selected yet. Let's make up some groups. Okay, so whoever I pick here, you'll see that their document will pop right up. So we can get right into the group document right off here. And if I make a mistake, because we make mistakes, it lets us know right away that there's a problem, that this person's been duplicated. You don't want to duplicate just because a group leader is going to have access to somebody else's document, and it's going to get really, really confusing. Oh, I'm just going to quickly make up some. Yeah, really picky who's in each group. And there we go. We can keep going. It will run. It will telling us right now that we have 6 people assigned and 10 that are not, and we can keep going and adding them all in if you want. Having groups, of all the way up to 4 members if you want, and that should be big enough for your classrooms. Let's go ahead and get this thing running. I'm going to take this file that this person owns, and I'm going to give access to these people. That's what this thing does. So we'll just keep an eye in here, and you're going to see some things change and move around. Ah, there we go. So this person's file has now become the group file, and it's shared with these people here. And it's all called Untitled because my assignment was called Untitled. Would I named it something better, it would be popping up. If I hit the share, you can see everyone's shared with that. Great. So let's find Kurt. Where's Kurt? Kurt's under a no edit because he shouldn't be editing his own stuff. Open this up, and this is what happens to all their individual documents. They get a link back to the group. So, you get those students that aren't really listening. They have to delete this and start doing their own work. It's kind of hard to say I didn't know when you have to do that much work to bypass the instruction. We have that nice setup. It leads them right back. If they click on this, they get right back to the group document. So they should know they should be working in there and no one else. Okay, and you can see it's activated. Everyone's all shared and ready to go. If someone decides to, unshare each other and kind of stuff, what you can do is run this, and this will check all the sharings and make sure that these 2 people still have access to this file, which is kind of nice. We're going to go into this file right now. This is the group file. Okay, again, you could have had this with things typed in. Don't need it for this example. I'm going to just quickly go grab a plugin here that, why not? There's the pug. Okay, so make it a little smaller. So this is the wonderful group work that all the students did, and all of the assignments are done. Everything's sort of finished and completed. Okay, hand it in. They can do that too. And what you can do is this. Okay. So what now this is doing is undoing all the work that's just been done, really. Let's go back into here. So you can see there's no more group projects. This will go away soon. Okay, let's check out Kurt again. Kurt, where are you, Kurt? There you are. Okay, you can see Kurt has the information right there. Kind of neat. So this hasn't really changed because Google's not as fast as my clicking. Okay, this will all sort of catch up, eventually change. If I want to go mark Kurt, here's Kurt's work. I can jump in. Okay, handed in or not, doesn't matter. It's all in the background, and I can hopefully he's put his name on things or indicated which ones he's done, and then I can give Kurt his mark and hand it back. And there we go. Okay, Kurt will be fixed up. Okie today. There we go. There's Kurt marked, and you can see this will eventually all change to show the information once this thing catches up to what I've modified. Okay, so that's how this thing works. I think there's a few more things I just wanted to show off. Oh yes, as things go south and people are being silly, you can unshare the whole thing all at once. It doesn't copy the data or anything, but it shuts them all out of each other's documents, which you may need to do. And this one's interesting. This one just resets all the data. So it doesn't give the group members, doesn't make the copies, it doesn't take anything. It just gets us ready for your next usage with your next assignment. So just be very careful using that one because it could cause some troubles. That is how you can use the spreadsheet to deal with groups inside Google Classroom. If you have any questions, feel free to email. If you want to watch this video again, that's the way you do it. And go back to the link you were sent, purchase this, and you'll always get the newest with the most up-to-date script in case there's a small little increment or something I had to modify.